What if I told you the one thing you think you understand about your dog, the one signal you've been reading your entire life, you've been getting completely wrong? Most owners see a wagging tail and think, happy dog. But here's what's actually happening. A wagging tail is not happiness. It's a sentence. And you've only been reading one word of it. Dogs have been trying to tell you exactly how they feel every single time that tail moves. And if you keep misreading it, which almost every owner does, you're not just missing the message. You're putting yourself, your dog, and other people in situations that could go very, very wrong. Let's break down what that tail is actually saying. Number one, the direction of the wag. Here's the first thing almost no one knows. The direction your dog wags their tail tells you something completely different than the wag itself. A study out of the University of Trento found that when dogs see someone or something they feel positive about, their owner, a familiar friend, their tail wags more to the right side of their body. But when they encounter something that makes them uncertain or stressed, a stranger, an unfamiliar dog, the wag shifts to the left. Let that sink in. Two dogs can both be wagging their tails at each other, and one of them is anxious and one of them is confident, and you'd never know by just looking. What's even more remarkable is that other dogs do know. Research shows that dogs who watch a left-biased wag actually show signs of stress themselves. They're reading something you're completely missing. The next time your dog is around a new person or another animal, don't just look for the wag, watch which way it's going. That's where the truth is. Number two, the height of the tail. So now you know direction matters. But there's another piece of this that's even more important for your safety. The height of your dog's tail while it's wagging completely changes the meaning. A tail held high, straight up, stiff, even while moving, is not excitement. That's dominance. That's your dog in a heightened state of arousal, asserting control over whatever's in front of them. A tail held low or tucked toward the belly, even if it's wagging, that's anxiety. That's a dog who feels overwhelmed or threatened. The tail that signals the dog is actually relaxed and comfortable. The tail that means I'm good, I feel safe, sits at roughly mid-height. It moves loosely and freely, almost like it's flowing. Here's where it gets dangerous. A dog with a high, stiff, rapidly wagging tail, especially when meeting a child or a stranger, is being read by most people as excited and friendly. Owners say, oh, he's just happy to see you, and they let the child approach. But that tail is telling a completely different story. That dog is in an over-aroused, heightened state that can tip into aggression in seconds. Pay attention to the posture behind the wag, not just the wag itself. And hey, if this is already changing the way you see your dog, hit like and subscribe. We go deep on things most owners never get told, and stick around because the last point in this video might be the most important one. Number three, the speed of the wag. Now here's where most people get completely turned around. A fast wag feels enthusiastic. It looks happy. So naturally, faster must mean happier, right? Not exactly. Speed tells you about intensity of emotion, not which emotion. A very fast, tight, almost vibrating wag can actually signal a dog that is overstimulated and about to make a decision quickly. That decision might be to jump, to nip, or to bite. The wag that actually means your dog is deeply, genuinely happy to see you is wide and loose. It sweeps back and forth in big, relaxed arcs. Some dogs wag so fully their whole back end moves with it, what most people call the whole body wiggle. That full body movement is the real sign. It means your dog isn't just feeling something. They're feeling something so good, their whole body can't contain it. A small, fast, tight wag with a stiff body, that's not that. That's a dog that's wound up, uncertain, or on edge. The wag can be present in both, but they mean completely different things. Number four, what happens when you respond to the wrong signal. So what actually goes wrong when we misread this? Think about how many times you've seen someone, maybe you've done it yourself, walk up to an unfamiliar dog because it was wagging its tail. The owner says it's fine, the tail is going, so you reach out your hand and the dog snaps. That dog was telling you the whole time. The tail was high and stiff. The wag was fast and tight. The body was still. Every signal was saying, I'm not comfortable with this. But the tail was moving, so everyone assumed it was safe. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, the majority of dog bites happen to people who believed the dog was friendly or non-threatening in the moment. And in most of those cases, the dog was displaying warning signals that went unread. The tail is not a green light, it's a conversation. And once you learn to read it fully, direction, height, speed, and body language together, you stop seeing a wagging tail and start seeing what your dog is actually trying to say. Now here's what ties all of this together. Remember what we said at the beginning? A wagging tail is a sentence, not a word. Here's how to read the full sentence. If your dog's tail is mid-height, loose, wagging wide, and their body is soft, maybe a little wiggly, ears relaxed, that's a happy, confident dog. That's the one you can approach, the one who's genuinely glad you're there. If the tail is high, fast, and tight, body stiff, ears forward, eyes hard. That dog is aroused and unpredictable. Give them space. Let them settle before engaging. If the tail is low or tucked, moving in small, slow sweeps, that dog is anxious. They don't need excitement. They need calm, quiet reassurance. And if there's no wag at all, that's not necessarily bad either. Some dogs, especially confident and calm ones, simply hold their tail still when they're content. The absence of a wag doesn't mean anything is wrong. The presence of a wag doesn't mean everything is right. Your dog has been speaking this language their whole life. They never stopped trying to tell you. You just didn't have the vocabulary yet. Now you do. If this changed how you see your dog, share it with someone who has a dog, especially if they have kids around dogs regularly. This information genuinely keeps people safe. And drop a comment telling me, does your dog do the full body wiggle, or are they more of a subtle, a slow sweeper? I read every single one. New video coming soon. I'll see you there.